Welcome to episode 33 of Chats with Vlad. The things that we have to discuss tonight, boys and ghouls. Oh, the things that we have to discuss tonight. You see what I have here? What is that? A broom. A broom meant to sweep things. And what's that we have? It's one of Vlad's favorite symbols. The American flag. Indeed, boys and girls, this was supposed to be a clean political sweep. And it was. Oh no, boys and girls. It wasn't. And now because of that, boys and girls, there's some really big things at risk. Indeed. So now, boys and girls. Oh, yes, now, instead of it being a political tidal wave of red, it's turned into a little red trickle. Now, because of Republican laziness and because of rhinos trying to secure their own ends, this is going to be a political fight. Nothing's guaranteed. Even all the news organizations are like, we told you, we tried to warn you, you should have went out and voted, you should have did this, you should have did that, this isn't our fault, this is your fault. Wrong. This is all of our faults. We all let this happen, one way or the other, whether we turned a blind eye to things, whether we let things slip, like checking IDs at gas stations or stores. We let them get away with too much. They're the ones that control the voting machines. Do you think they were really going to stop cheating? Did you think they were going to have a turn of heart this time? Places that are fights shouldn't be fights right now, but they are. Arizona, Nevada. People were re-elected that shouldn't have been, like Whitmore, Schumer, Pelosi, AOC. I mean, they stopped Beto O'Rourke, and they stopped a couple other people, like that one evil wench from Georgia that wanted to be governor. Nah. She's so insignificant. We won't even mention her name. No, we won't, but you all know who I mean. That big old muppet. Boys and girls. You know, I guess tonight there's really only one type of joke old Vlad can tell then, huh? It has to be political. So with that being said, if voting could actually do anything, it would be illegal. Schumer, Pelosi, Obama, and Biden, the finest politicians that money can buy. A politician is asleep in his bed next to his wife when a thunderstorm rolls in, and all of a sudden there's a big streak of lightning. The politician jumps up and screams, "I'll buy the negatives! I'll buy the negatives!" For every action, there's an equal and opposite government program. One more, boys and girls. There's so many jokes about our government Vlad can make. There's 3 kinds of lies, boys and girls. There's the small lie, there's the big lie, and then there's politics. It's funny because it's true, but then again, it's also not funny because it's true. Kind of a catch-22 then, eh? But we do what we can. Back to what old Vlad was saying, though. You knew this was going to be a political episode tonight, with voting happening just yesterday. Certain states were landslides and the Republicans won others. But this battle's a long way from being over. In Arizona, they're saying, "Oh, it could take up to Thanksgiving, but we're also willing to work all the way to Christmas and through to the New Year's." Yeah. Assholes. Did you know that Abraham Lincoln had all of the votes for the entire country done in the middle of a war? In 1 week? And they didn't have modern systems like we did. No, they had to hand count them. Does this tell you anything, boys and girls, about our political system? What it tells old Vlad is that we have a bunch of idiots and morons running our country and vying for power in our country, and how such stupid people amass such wealth is beyond me. Except for I do know one thing I can tell you, with the very few exceptions of a couple of decent millionaires and billionaires out there. Most people that make money like that have to hurt people, have to break people's lives, have to ruin other companies and take over. They have to possess. It's rather admirable, their greed to such levels. They say if you're gonna do something, anything in life, that you should do the best of your ability. Where they're slimy cretins that only care about money and power, and by God, they're freaking good at it. Bad things are gonna happen, boys and girls. Just you wait. But in a way, I guess Uncle Vlad isn't all that sad. Because A, the Republicans needed a fork stick to the rump to remind them. There's nothing guaranteed. There's a famous poet that once said, "You get 2 for the price of 1. Nothing is free or guaranteed a lifetime of use." Think about that, boys and girls. Next upcoming weeks will decide many different things, boys and girls. So many people are getting restless. You hear about crazy people doing crazy things. Anywhere from doing killer clown stuff all the way to other people, dirty hippies that are even turning on their own Democratic leadership. And then, of course, the Democrats try to blame that on the Republicans. It's two different parties playing with two different sets of rules. As I've always said, boys and girls, nobody wins in a two-party system. What we need are more options, something that's actually viable. No offense, libertarians, but your shit never pans out and you can never even usually get 1% of a vote of dick. We need another party, maybe two more parties. That way we'd have actual choices. That way politicians would actually have to keep their words. Wouldn't that be refreshing, boys and girls? Honest politicians. Competition would keep them that way. If capitalism has taught me one thing, it's that even though many people take it way, way to the extreme on the gathering money, which is where the cap on capitalism comes into play that I was talking about earlier in other episodes. Well, boys and girls, with the exception of that, there's nothing that makes people try harder, strive further, leap to the next level than good stiff competition. Capitalism's actually quite a beautiful thing. But like everything in life, and I do mean everything, there's a balance point. Everything has its balance. Whether it's 50-50, 60-40, or even 10-90. Everything has a balance point. But nobody wants to find a balance point. They find something good and they're like, hey, we're gonna OD on this shit. Yeah, well, I got news for you. Everything in life is bad in excess. Think about it. A little bit of water is good. When you're in a desert, it'll save your life. Throw someone in the ocean, though, and they'll die from it. I know it's a very blunt example, but I don't really have all night. You see, I've been playing a lot of modern W2. You know what I'm saying. And I've been poning people, and I have some people I'm looking for tonight. So remember, if you see Vlad the Inhaler on MW2, you just got boned by me. But enough of that. I want to leave you with this thought, boys and girls. What are you gonna do? What will you think when you wake up tomorrow and there's no gas for your car, no fuel to heat your homes, and you're huddled together with blankets, and when you have to go into lines for 3 miles for a mere loaf of bread and a bag of rice to feed your family? Well, boys and girls, think about this. Was the Green New Deal really worth it? Or was it just bullshit to get you to do what they wanted you to do, and all they did was feed you what you wanted to hear? Think about it, boys and girls. For the sake of our country, it might already be too late.
Here's my favorite